Hey, it's me, Jeff, your favorite buff, muscular anime guy. Today, when I was thinking about what to do for Protein Kitchen, well, I didn't have much in the house. I had to go shopping. I was picking up salami anyways, because I have to do a salami eating stream. And then I thought, wait a minute, don't I have some pepperoni in the fridge? So I decided to do protein pizza. So I started off with a bowl. I threw in 2/3 cup of flour. I then threw in 1/3 cup of protein because the Google told me that you can replace up to 1/3 of the flour with protein before it becomes not functional anymore. I threw in a little bit of salt. I threw in like a scoop and a half of yeast. And I have this oil, which is oil mixed with water. So I mixed up all that dry stuff. And then I started adding this water and oil in small amounts until the dough was an okay consistency. And I actually went a little bit too far in the end. It wasn't quite pizza doughy, but you know, I managed to get a ball, and so I put it aside to dry. I then took to rise rather. I took the same bowl. I threw in a can of tomato paste, and I threw in a can of water as well. Stirred that up all good like. There it is. I then put in like a buttload of garlic powder. I threw in some table salt, and I threw in black pepper, onion powder, and oregano. And that's all I put in the sauce. I mixed it up, and there it is. I moved it to a smaller bowl so that, because I'm only making a tiny pizza, I don't need that whole thing. So I put in a scoop of protein powder, and I mixed it up, and it made it a lot brighter. It also tasted weirdly sweet after I added the unflavored protein powder, but hey, it is what it is. So I took this tiny cast iron pan that I have, I put a little bit of olive oil, I smeared it around so that it covered the whole thing, and this is what my dough looked like now. It didn't really rise at all, sadly. I probably did something wrong. So I spread that out, there it is. I threw on my pizza sauce, which it was a weird consistency for pizza sauce, but you know, it got the job done. I threw on some cheese, some mozzarella cheese. I threw on like a whole lot of pepperoni. I threw on that hot Genoa salami that I got from the store. I put a little bit on there. I threw on some olives, because if there's a pizza without olives, then it's a sin. I threw on a little bit more cheese, and then there it is. It's a thick boy, like right now it's real thick. You can also see my whole stick of salami in the background. So here's what it looked like when it came out of the oven. It was all melty, it rose like crazy. I didn't have much of a crust versus not crust, it just kind of poofed up. I took the stuff that I have. It's called Stingin' Hot Honey. I got this from a local market around Christmas time, and it makes every pizza like twice as good. So I drizzled some of that on there, and here's the final product. Here's what it looks like. There's protein pizza. So if I had to rate it out of 10, probably like a 7.5 out of 10. I need to work on my protein breads. They're always a bit dry. They always have this weird kind of taste and texture to them. The salami was not a good idea. It became very hard. You couldn't really cut through it, and it just dragged all my toppings off of every piece. And on that note, the toppings also slid right off of every single bite. I think I should have put the cheese on top. I understand now why some people say that cheese should always be on top. However, adding that honey did make it a whole lot better. I enjoyed it pretty much for the taste of the honey and the taste of the olives. But it was still pizza, and it was still good. So this is the starting point of protein pizza. I'm going to be revisiting this. This was, can I put protein in the pizza? Next time I have to turn the whole protein into pizza. But for now, not bad. Alright, I'll see you next Sunday. Goodbye.